Drishti Mataji, if she is okay to do the Mangalacharan. And at the end, I will request Hema Mataji if she can do the Nashinga prayer. Is that okay?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I will just start with the Kirtan, which is a small Kirtan for Radharani. Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhav Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe, Hari Niskuta Vrinda Vipine Se, Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe, Hari Viskuta Vrinda Vipine Se, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Vrishubhanu Dadi Navashashileke, Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishakhe, O Vrishubhanu Dadi Navashashileke, Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishakhe, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite, Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite, Karunam Kurumai Karuna Bharite, Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite, Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite, O Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Jai Radhe 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 Jai Radhe 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 Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham Srimati Radha Rani ki Jai, बरसाने वाली की जय, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai, Nitai Ko, Vimanandi, Hari Hari Bol. So, thank you everyone. So I'll request Hema Mataji if she can please start with the Mangalacharan, if that is okay. Amok Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. You want me to share the screen, Mataji?
Oh no, Drishti Mataji who's going to sing who recite the Mangalacharan. I think would you need the screen, Drishti?
Yes, please, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Prabhuji, please.
Yes. Okay. When you're ready, Mataji, please.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदन्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवंश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजतां सहगना रघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौरङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिन् इति नमामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please can accept my humble obeisances or go to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for all for joining, and I will thank Amol Prabhuji for giving me the opportunity to purify my speech and myself. So thank you very much. Yesterday, Prabhuji requested me to take it from this Krishna book. So chapter 7, where we are continuation from where Gayatri Mataji left last week, but unfortunately I haven't been following the Thursday classes lately because due to other commitment. So today I will try to say something. I haven't had time to prepare, so please forgive me in advance. I apologize if I'm not going to talk sense here. So please, Prabhuji, would you be able to share, or shall I share my screen? Let's see.
I am happy for you to share the screen, Mataji.
Yeah, okay, it's here. Okay, thank you. So, so yesterday, where did we leave? Wait, yeah, I think, yeah, we left somewhere here. Not yesterday, last week, after rising from bed, right? So, yeah, as I said, I haven't prepared much, so I would just go as we read. And what I have noticed is during these classes, on this Thursday classes, the speakers, they would always recite a verse from Bhagavad Gita, a famous verse from Bhagavad Gita, before they start this class usually. So this text from Bhagavad Gita is from chapter 4, text 9, which goes, Janma karma cha me devyam evam yo veti tatvataha tyatvadeham punarjanma neti mameti so Arjuna. The translation goes, one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, takes his birth again in this material world, but attained my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So here, Krishna is using Arjuna to instruct all of us, to instruct the whole world, that if anyone understands the Lord's appearance and his activities, they will perfect their life and they will not have to come back to this material, miserable world. So, and as we see today, the title of this chapter of Krishna book is Lord Shri Krishna's daily activities. So we often hear that Lord Shri Krishna has nothing to do. Then why are we discussing about his daily activities? Why are we discussing about it? Why did Srila Prabhupada, he takes so much pain to write about the activities, so much about Krishna's activities? So one thing that I remember listening to classes, so one Prabhuji was saying in his class, so when the Britishers, when the British people, when they were ruling India, they got confused. They got very confused. Why they got confused? Because there were so many gods, and sometimes they had to kind of settle disputes among people who were arguing, this god is higher, that god is higher. So this was happening. So then one day, one of the high court judge, he decided, he said, okay, now all of you bring a picture of your worshipable god, and I will decide who is the greatest. So all of them, all the people, they brought pictures of whoever they were worshipping, and then, who they preferred, right? And then people brought many pictures like this of demigods. And there was also one picture of Lord Krishna among them. So the judge, he said, okay, I will go through all these and I will decide who is the Supreme Lord. And so there will be no more fight. So, and then he saw the picture of Durga Devi. Durga Devi is very prominent, right? She has got 10 hands. She has got weapons in all the hands, and she's ready to do something, right? So the judge said, no, she has weapons, and she's ready to kind of work under somebody. She's in kind of in guard, waiting where to attack. So she cannot be supreme god. Then he found the picture of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva also, he had trident in his hand. And he didn't look so happy. And also, he was unclean. So he said, this also cannot be the supreme god. Then he found a picture of Kali Mata. Then he said, she had also weapons. She had blood on her face. And then she says, this one also is working under someone. She cannot be the Supreme Lord. Then he saw Hanumanji, his Gada. He said, this one definitely is guarding somebody's door, somebody's palace. He cannot be the Supreme God. So then he says, all the gods, they look tense. They look like weapons in hands, ready to fight. And finally, the judge found the picture of Krishna, a young boy, leaning against a tree. He's playing his flute, and he had no weapons in his hands, and he was smiling, carefree. So he was not like under any obligation. And whereas it looked like all the demigods were the servant of this young and happy boy. So they had weapons in hand, which means that they were working under somebody else's guidance. Whereas Krishna didn't have anything except for his flute. So they just decided that Lord Sri Krishna is and was the supreme personality of Godhead. So they accepted. Now we all may think that the Lord has nothing to do, but here all his daily activities are described. How come, right? In this material world, to manage only one wife and few children, maybe one or two children, the household affairs itself, it's so difficult, so difficult. Whereas Lord Krishna is managing 16,108 wives, plus more than 1,000,000 children, more than 1,000,000 of his own children. And what to speak of the entire cosmic manifestation, right? Where he is managing everything perfectly. So in reality, the Supreme Lord, he doesn't have anything to do physically, right? Just by his thinking about anything or everything can happen perfectly, right? So why is he performing all these activities then? He is always multitasking. Always. He doesn't do one thing at a time. He's always multitasking. So, for example, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, he did not only take care of Arjuna, of the chariot, he took care also of his horses. By his mystic power, he would create a safe place and he would feed the horses, he would give them water to drink, and he would also massage their tired feet, their legs. And then at the same time, he will be making sure that Arjuna is safe. So that he was always multitasking. That is the Lord. So in Brahma Samhita, as we all know, the first verse of Brahma Samhita is Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So the translation is Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is Supreme Godhead. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body. He is the origin of all. He has no other origin, and he is a prime cause of all causes. So there is no one or nothing above or beyond him. So he has to meditate on himself. Why? Why is he doing so? It's just because he has to give example to the worldly people. But some mundane people may try to imitate him. They say that they meditate on themselves. How is that possible? Usually, there are people who, like, they want to, they have supposedly renounced this world. But Krishna has not renounced his world. Krishna he's in this world. He is a Kshatriya and he is a Grihastha and he keeps everyone happy. He's not sitting in a cave. He's not narrating the Bhagavad Gita. He's narrating the Bhagavad Gita on the battlefield, not in a palace, not by the river, not in a house, not on the battlefield. So who can do that? Among the chaos of fight, he is narrating Bhagavad Gita so calmly, right? He is killing the demons since he's young. Agasura, Bakasura, Sakatasura, and so on. He's lifting Govardhan Hill on his little left pinky finger for 7 days and 7 nights. He is like performing so many unimaginable tasks. Who can do that? This is my question to all of you. Now we'll start reading. If anyone, please, would like to start after rising from bed. That is where we'll start today. Anyone want to read, please? Hare Krishna, is anyone there?
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, can anyone start reading, please?
Are you sharing the screen, Mataji?
Yeah, you cannot see?
No, we
No,
can't.
no, we cannot see.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So please, can you share then?
You want me to share the screen where the best Mataji?
Yes, yes, please. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I think I didn't press the share button. I'm always making mistake on the technology. I'm not good at all. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Which paragraph, Mataji? Starting paragraph is that?
And after rising from bed, something like that. Paragraph 7.
7th paragraph.
Yeah. No, you have to go higher. No, Prabhuji, no. Yeah, it's here. I just saw it. Here, last one. After his meditation, the Lord would regulate. Yes, that is the one. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. So would anyone like to read?
Can
I
I
cannot
read,
see the
Mataji?
person.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, please, go ahead. Please, go ahead.
After his meditation, the Lord would regularly bath early in the morning with clear sanctified water. Then he would change into fresh clothing, cover himself with a wrapper, and engage in his daily religious functions. Out of his many religious duties, the first was to offer oblations into the sacrificial fire and silently chant the Gayatri Mantra. Lord Krishna, as the ideal householder, executed all the religious functions of a householder without deviation. When the sunrise became visible, the Lord would offer specific prayers to the sun god. The sun god and other demigods mentioned in the Vedic scriptures are described as different limbs of the body of Lord Krishna, and it is the duty of the householder to offer respects to the demigods and great sages as well as the forefathers.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so
Hare
much.
Krishna.
We will stop here and then we will discuss a little bit on this paragraph and then we'll continue soon, right? So after reading this paragraph, some people may argue that Krishna is not the Supreme Lord because he's doing many religious rituals, right? Many religious duties he's performing. So he is doing homam, like the fire sacrifice. He chants the Gayatri mantra. And he also offers prayers to the sun god and other demigods, great sages and forefathers. Now, who are Krishna's forefathers? Does he have any forefathers? So in Bhagavad Gita 9.17, he says, Pitaham masya jagato mata dhata pitamaha Vedyam pavitram omkara rikshama yajur evacha. Translation is, I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Sama, and the Yajur Veda. Now, is it confusing that he is a Pitamaha, but he's still offering respect to the forefathers? How can that be? So we, as devotees, we understand that Lord Shri Krishna is setting examples, but people who are not affiliated to this ISKCON movement, to this Krishna consciousness, they do not accept this concept. I'm sure many of you have had this experience of meeting people who don't accept it. I have had so many arguments with people that they say, Shiva is a supreme lord because Krishna was born 5,000 years ago and Shiva was is ever existing. So it's just that they don't understand because they don't read the Bhagavad Gita. Now, similarly, we see in Ramayana, people argue that Lord Ram, he prayed to Lord Shiva on the shore of Rameswaram there. And then also he prayed to Varun Dev so that he could build a bridge over the sea to Lanka. So how is that possible? But we know that by his power, just by glancing over the ocean, Lord Ram could have dried the ocean and he could have walked to Lanka. He didn't have to walk even though, right? But then he didn't have any need to ask for permission from anyone. Yeah. But since the Lord appears in this material world out of his causeless mercy, right, he acts as a normal human being, just to give us example. Although he has the multi superpowers, natural superpowers that he just wants to set example for insignificant jivas like us, right? Let alone imitate. We cannot even follow in his footsteps. I don't think anyone can follow in his footsteps. We can learn from his activities, but we cannot do what he does, right? Why we cannot do what he does? It's because of our limitation of the capacity of our body. We have limitation. He doesn't have limitation. We have very, very less capacity, insignificant capacity compared to the Lord. But here, so mostly the Kali Yuga people, Kali Yuga Jiva, we cannot even wake up early in the morning. I'm talking about myself here. I'm not telling about anyone else, right? So how come then we can walk on his footsteps? It's not possible. Yes, we can get the knowledge, we can try to learn and implement a little bit whatever we can do, but we cannot do as the Lord does, right? Thank you. So can someone else read the second paragraph, please? Hey, Mamataji, do you want to read this? Thank you.
I can read.
You. Yes, please,
Krishna.
go ahead.
As it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has no specific duty to perform in this world, and yet he acts like an ordinary man living an ideal life within this material world. In accordance with Vedic ritualistic principles, the Lord would offer respects to the demigods. The regulative principle by which the demigods and forefathers are worshipped is called tarpana, which means pleasing. One's forefathers may have to take a body on another planet, but by performance of this tarpana system, they become very happy wherever they may be. It is the duty of the householder to make his family members happy, and by following the tarpana system, he can make his forefathers happy also. As the perfect exemplary householder, Lord Krishna followed this tarpana system and offered respectful obeisances to the elderly, superior members of his family.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much. Thank you. So now we see that Lord Krishna is offering tarpana. So he's giving, like, this is what people do. Here he is showing by his example. Many people take to this. Many people disagree with it. In our Western society, people say, oh, I'm devotee, I don't need to do that. Krishna himself is doing it. And other people, what they will say, okay, once the person is, the departed soul is burned or is buried, is cremated, there is no obligation. There is nothing, we don't need to do anything. No ritual at all. But unless people read the Bhagavad Gita and understand Bhagavad Gita, then they will know that their soul never dies. My favorite verse from Bhagavad Gita, from where I joined Bhagavad Gita, is chapter 2, verse 23. Nainam chindanti sastrani nainam dahati pavaka na chainam kledantyapo na soshati maruta, which says that the soul cannot be destroyed by any weapon. The soul cannot be burned by fire. It cannot be moistened by water. It cannot be withered by the wind. So the soul never dies. It's like changing old clothes and wearing new. Suppose our clothes is worn out, is torn, is old. We just discard it. We put a new clothes on. Similarly, when the soul finds that this body is useless now, is of no use, the soul just leaves the body and it proceed to have new body. That is what we should understand, right? So in the text also, it is further stated that Lord Krishna would offer respectful obeisances to elderly, superior members of his family. So let's comment on this point a little bit. Let's leave but how can I say? Let's leave Krishna aside for now. Let's talk about what happened in actual life, in our life. What happens here? So in today's day and age, we know that how many people would like to live with their elderly parents? Or I can put it the other way around. How many elderly parents would like to live with their children? It is becoming very, very rare. It's hardly seen nowadays that people are keeping their elderly parents with them, right? So, because, why is that so? Everyone wants independence. Everyone wants to live independent. They don't want to take the charge. So why there are so many divorce cases nowadays? Why people are getting divorced so much? Wherever you hear, they are getting married this year, next year it's finished. So before, people were living together in extended family. If there was a problem between wife and husband, the wife could talk to the other family members, and like that, there is sisters-in-law, brothers-in-law, mother and father-in-law, and so on. So they would be able to talk, and then you find solution for the problem. Also, the wife would be surrounded by other members of the family, right? And while getting busy with the house chores, she will forget about the problem, or she will find a solution for the problem. And similarly, likewise, when the husband is at work all day, he also is get entangled in his work and he forgets about the problem. And when they are home, everything is quiet, settled. There were respect toward elders. The elderly people were living with them, other members of the family. They were all living together. So like this, there were respect also, right? But nowadays, people like to live in nuclear family. They like to be separately living their life. Sometimes there are children, sometimes there are no children, right? So before, the father was a man of the house. He was considered as a breadwinner. He will work and he'll earn and he will make sure that there meets the ends at the house. And the mother was as homemaker. She will stay at home. But since there has been industrialization, so even mothers started working. And the first group of mothers who went to work, they left their children with grandparents. Grandparents were taking care of the children. And then television came in. Children coming from school, they were glued to the screen, and grandparents tired, they will allow it. Parents coming from work, whole day, they are tired, they also will allow it. So slowly, the world is changing, right? Hardly there were any women at home to take care of the children and put them in the right way, right? So then, what happened then? When these children were growing up, they were observing what is happening around them, and these children, they learn and they adopted the same pattern, right? As their parents are doing. Our parents are working, so we are kind of neglected in a way. Grandparents can do so much, that's it. So we are here. Then they also, when they grow up, they started taking jobs. They, even girl and boy, both will take job. Nobody will try to stay at home. And then what happened? When their children get children, those parents who have started working, they will not take care of the children, of the grandchildren, because they have got used to work. They will continue working, and then they will look after their lives themselves. I hope you understand what I mean here, right? Then what happened? Daycare started. People started sending their children to daycare, and that also they stopped having many children, only one or two, due to childcare cost. They couldn't afford to pay that much, so they stopped, right? And to add on top of all these, elderly parents were being neglected, and so they were sent to care homes. That also started. And then when care homes were introduced, many people, even nowadays, I don't know if you agree with me, but if you think about it, send an elderly adult parents to their care home, he or she will not survive for long. Why is that so? Many elderly people, they die faster. Right? As soon as,
Loneliness?
sorry? Yes,
Is it because of
exactly. Thank you. Exactly. That is loneliness. There is no one to share that moment, that difficult moment with them. So, and though what happens, they will be there, they will be alone, and there's kind of no proper care given to them. They are only the source of income for that home, for that care home, nothing more. There is no genuine love, there is no respect, there is no care, no such thing. I have witnessed, I'm telling you, I have witnessed these things. So these people die faster because of the solitude, the loneliness, as Mataji just said. So they feel loneliness, there's desertion, the negligence, and slowly, they give up the interest of living. So similarly, we see lots of divorce cases because of the solitude. When there are no people around you except husband and wife, so when they argue, there is no one to share those difficult moments, those problems. And so they keep on fighting with each other and finally end up in divorce. Of course, there are genuine reasons, genuine cases where divorce happen, but mostly is due to a nuclear family. I'm 70 years old. I have seen lots of changes, and it's very painful for me to accept how children behave nowadays. That is due to lack of proper guidance, drugs addict, mental health issues, so many things happening. So now let's continue to read the third paragraph, please. One Prabhuji, can you read? Any Prabhuji?
Nageshwar Prabhuji, would you like to read? Nagashankar Prabhuji, sorry.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
His next duty was to give cows in charity to the Brahmanas. Every day, Lord Krishna used to give many groups of 13,084 cows. Each of the cows was decorated with silken cover and pearl necklace. Their horns were covered with gold plating, and their hooves were silver plated. All of them were full of milk due to having their firstborn calves with them, and they were very tame and peaceful. When the cows were given in charity to the Brahmanas also were given nice silken garments, and each was given a deer skin and sufficient quantity of sesame seeds. The Lord is generally known as Go Brahmana Hitaya Kha, which means that his first duty is to see to the welfare of the cows and the Brahmanas. Thus, he used to give cows in charity to the Brahmanas with opulent decorations and paraphernalia. Then, wishing for the welfare of all living entities, he would touch auspicious articles such as milk honey, ghee, gold, jewels, and fire. Although the Lord is by nature very beautiful due to the perfect figure of his transcendental body, he would dress himself in yellow garments and put on his necklace of Kastubha jewels. He would wear flower garlands, smear his body with pulp of sandalwood, and decorate himself with similar cosmetics and ornaments. It is said that the ornaments themselves became beautiful upon being placed on the transcendental body of the Lord. After decorating himself in this way, the Lord would then look at marble statues of the cow and calf and visit temples of God or demigods like Lord Shiva. There were many Brahmanas who would come daily to see the Supreme Lord before taking their breakfast. They were anxious to see him, and he welcomed them.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much. So here we see that Lord Krishna, he gives cows in charity, right? And to the Brahmanas. And here, what I picked up to discuss on is not the numbers of cows he was giving. It's the quality of the cows he was giving, the quality of the cows that he was giving to the Brahmanas. So there is a very famous story in Katha Upanishad dealing with such things, right? So once there was a rishi who was called Rajasara, or also known as Uddakala. So he conducted a yagna, and that yagna, he was supposed to give all his most valuable belongings in charity. And he had a very young son. His son was very happy, enthusiastic. The son's name was Nachiketa. The boy was very enthusiastic, and he helped his father in preparing for the yagna. But after some time, he noticed something. He noticed that something was not correct, that his father was not doing was not giving the appropriate charity. So he approached his father, and he told his father about his flaw. But the father, he didn't pay attention to what the son was saying. And then the father, the son, he persisted. He said, "No, my father, you should be giving the best of your possession, but what are you donating? You're donating only the old, barren, blind, and weak cows away. That is kind of your waste you're giving to people. You don't want it." So the point of the homam of the yagna is to give proper charity to the brahmanas, to other people, but you are not. So then, at first, the rishi didn't mind his young son talking like that to him. The rishi just kept quiet and said, "Okay, continue doing his work." But then what happened? The son persisted, and then the father got angry. And he said, "You stop, otherwise I will give yourself into charity." So the boy was happy. He said, "Okay, but father, to whom are you going to give me in charity?" He continuously asked the son of the father. And the father said, "If you don't stop, I will give you in charity to Yamraj." That means you're going to die, right? But the boy, he took his father's words so seriously. And he said, he was convinced that whatever his father has said should happen, right? So he said to Yamaloka. When he went to Yamaloka, after much struggle, long walk and all, he reached to the Yamaloka, and the Yamadutas were surprised. They rebuked him. They say, "We go to pick people, and we have to struggle to draw the life here out, their soul to bring here, and you have walked here. How come?" And they tell him to go away. He said, "No." He said, "I'm going. I need to meet the god of death." But Yamaraj was away for 3 days. He was not in his abode. So this little boy, He sat there for 3 nights, 3 days, without water, without food, waiting for Yamraj. And finally, when Yamraj returned, he showed the boy his like ferocious form, like very scary form, fearful form. But the boy, he was not surprised. He just sat there, and Yamraj inquired about the reason why this boy was there. When he learned the reason why the boy was there and waiting for so long, he got so surprised. And he get distressed, he get ashamed that why is the poor little boy waiting for so long without any like proper care? Nobody was caring for him. He didn't have a good reception there. So now what he said, Yamraj was so compassionate toward the boy that he said, okay, you have come. I want to compensate you for all the time you waited for me here. I am going to give you immense wealth. I'm going to give you long life, earthly kingship. I'm going to give you chariots, beautiful heavenly maiden, and all pleasure one can derive from this material world. Anything that you desire, I will give you. But this boy, Nachaketa, he was unshaken. He was there on this point. He said, no. He pointed out to Yamaraj. He said, don't you know that all these that you are promising me, that you're going to give me, all these are perishable? What is the use of all these? I haven't come here for all these. I could have stayed with my father. So finally, Yamaraj was pleased by the boy's determination and profound disgust for the worldly pleasures. And what did he do? Yamaraj was so happy, and he taught this little boy the profound and secret knowledge of the Atma, of the soul, and the body, the self, and dharma. Actually, the boy, he went for the dharma. He wanted to know about real dharma. What is dharma? That's why he went there. So here we see the dedication of a pure soul who did not bother about his life. At a very young age, he could see adharma. He could see his father. What he was doing was adharma, right? So he wanted to find out about the truth, right? So in the text, we also read about how Krishna treated brahmanas, how he would give them nicely decorated, productive cows to them. And also he would recite the mantra, the famous mantra, that we recite a couple of times during the day while we are offering bhoga to the Lord. Recite this mantra. And this is from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela, 13.77 verse. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And the translation goes, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Lord Krishna, who is a worshipable deity for all Brahmanical men, who is a well-wisher of cows and brahmanas, and who is always befitting the whole world. I offer my repeated obeisances to the personality of Godhead known as Krishna and Govinda. So Krishna loves the cows so much. He loves the Brahman. But cows, he loves them so much that he called them Gaumata. And he is called Govinda, one who delights the cow. He's called Gopala, one who protects, who plays with the cows. He's Gopinata. He's the lord of the gopis. And then Gokula is where the herds of cows are. It is also the place where Krishna grew up, right? Spent his childhood there. And then Golok, his own abode. And then Gopesh, Krishna as a protector and guide of his devotee. He names his dear friends Gopis and Gopals. So just to show his love to Mother Cow and to his devotees, he named all these. We also read about Lord Sri Krishna's jewels, right? Lord Sri Krishna's jewels. And here, there is a Kaustubha gems. This is not to be confused with the Shamantaka gems. They are two different jewels for the Lord. So Kaustubha Mani, that one emerged from the Samudra Mantana while they were churning the ocean of milk. And then it is so precious. It symbolizes like the divine richness, immortality, and pure consciousness. It is so radiant that it illuminates the whole world. It is a divine jewel that only Lord Shri Krishna has a capacity to wear. No, nobody else can wear that. Only Krishna, and it beautifies, like when Krishna wears it, the jewel gets beautified more. It's nothing to do with Krishna. Krishna himself is beautiful. He doesn't need jewel, but he is the only one who has a capacity to wear this jewel. So whereas a Shamantaka jewel, this is associated with the sun god, and it also revolves around the events of material wealth, greed, and false accusations. All these things are there. And this, what happened is there was one king, I think his name was Satyajit, and he had this. He was a devotee of the sun god, and then the sun god was so happy with him, and then he gave him the Shamantaka jewel. And this Satyajit, this jewel could provide 170 pounds of gold daily. So that was supposed to go to the king. But this Satyajit, he was so puffed up, he kept it for himself. And one day, his younger brother, whose name was Prasennajit, I think, he just took the jewel, he put on himself, and he went in the forest. And there, he was killed by an animal, and the jewel was lost. So they accused Krishna of stealing the jewel. And then Krishna went to the forest to find the jewel, and he found the dead body of this Prasannajita, and the jewel was taken away by, what is his name? Jambavan, who was in Ramlila. And Jambavan took that jewel and gave it to his children to play with in a cave. So by following the trace of Jambavan footprints, Lord Krishna went to the cave, and then he found the jewel, and then he took the jewel, but then Jambavan challenged him. He said, "You cannot take the jewel, you have to fight me." So they had a big fight, and then they fought for, I think, 19, 20 days, something like that. Then Jambavan realized that this Krishna is no ordinary person, that he is Lord himself, which he was waiting. He wanted to have this chivalrous fight with the Lord. So then he gave the jewel to Lord Krishna. Also, he gave his daughter Jambavati, which is one of the prominent queen of Krishna. Now, Krishna took that jewel and took Jambavati and came to his palace, and he went to Satyajit to give the Shamantaka jewel back to Satyajit, because it was not his, right? And there, Satyajit gave Krishna the jewel, plus he gave Satyabhama to Krishna. So these are the two queens that Krishna married because of that Shamantaka jewel. So I will stop here, and have spoken a lot. And I hope that you have understood something, that you have some takeaway. And if you have any correction, any questions, or any suggestions, please go ahead. I will stop here. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Indulekha Mataji. So beautifully describing about Krishna's different pastimes, giving different examples. Just one question, Mataji. So Nachiketa, that pastime, where does it come? Is it from Srimad Bhagavatam?
Oh, it's from the Katha Upanishad.
Katha Upanishad.
Yes, you can find it if you look for it. You find it there.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji.
Mhm.
Okay, dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted
Any
to
doubt, any question, please, any correction also. So this story, when I was reading about how Krishna was giving these cows to everyone, like cow is milked with a calf and with gold. And also I was thinking this story would fit here, how people, this give us kind of an idea. When we give someone something, what kind of thing we should be giving? We should give something that we ourselves cherish, we like it, so that the other person also will like, we use it. Not, okay, this I will discard anyway, let me give it in charity. This is not good. This is not the mentality. Krishna is teaching us here, if you want to give something to someone, what should be given. Hare
Very
Krishna.
beautiful, Mataji. Yes. So when the cows are there, when the cows are flourishing, our people will be flourished, and people and the villages, towns, everything will be flourished. And Brahmanas, they protect the cows, and even if they give it, and they will give it to the relevant people in case if they can't maintain all those cows. So this is very good way to flourish. You live, and also you make everyone to live happily.
Yes, that's why Srila Prabhupada always, he was always telling his disciple to have cows and do Krishi Goraksha. That's Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. But he was encouraging people to have farm, to have like cows, and to live like with agriculture. And in this way, people, they don't have to go to work and travel for long distances. Srila Prabhupada, all through his books, we'll find this. He was encouraging all the time. Even your Guru Maharaj is doing the same. He's encouraging his disciple to have a farm community.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, a couple of farm communities in India.
Yes, yeah.
And if Srikakulam, there is one that is what is the Kurmagrama, and also in the Tamil Nadu there is one, and also in Gujarat, and I think there are
Gujarat
many.
is in Gujarat, or in, where is that place? Gujarat, where Dr. Kesavanan is there.
Keshwan, yes, Keshwan.
Yeah. Yeah. So Prabhuji, I don't know what's the time.
Yes, we're at 2:09 Mataji. Okay,
So
you
anyone, please go ahead, anything.
Okay, we'll just call by name, Mataji.
Okay, you do that.
Hare Krishna Drishti Mataji, you wanted to ask any questions, or you wanted to share anything?
Hare Krishna. No, I don't have any question, Prabhuji and Mataji, but it was a lovely class. Thank you.
Anything which is stuck in your mind, Mataji?
I think Mataji mentioned about Lord Krishna, who was waking up in the early morning, taking his bath and performing all the Surya rituals and ancestors rituals. Yeah, so that one stuck in my mind, and we can try to follow Krishna, but we can't just be like him, because sometimes, yes, we miss the Brahma Muhurat time and wake up a bit late sometimes.
So how can we overcome that one, Mataji?
To overcome, I mean, the best thing is just to, I mean, even if we go to sleep early, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, I think, to wake up every day during Brahma Muhurat time.
Very nice, Mataji. Yeah, early bed, early rise, and as much as food we can take to maintain the body.
That's true, yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
We would like to see you in our Japa session, Mataji.
Sure. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, and then we move to Hema Mataji. Hare Krishna, Hema Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Would you like to share anything, or you wanted to ask any questions, or which is taking your mind, and would like to highlight any points, Mataji?
No, I'm actually amazed that Lord Krishna does actually show how it is to be a human here on this earth, and these important principles that we give, and he follows through with these rituals as well. And it's an amazing thing where he does make sure that we use him as the example. So it's an amazing, way of practicing what he does as well. So, I think my take on japa chanting at the moment, I would say it's not been the best, but I have to kind of force myself in a way, or motivate myself to do the japa a bit more earlier, and I have to break my japa up into 4 sections so that I can get through them. So, but yeah, it comes and goes sometimes, this feeling. So, but yeah.
Okay, we got if you could join our Japa Mataji. So if you are
Yes.
interested, it is we start at as soon as early 5 o'clock. Some devotees join very early, and it goes until 8:30. So some based on the work, they will come and join and chant together, and then leave. So it works for many devotees.
Yes. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah, it is flexible. But proper times are 5:30 to 6:30, but early and also extended japa.
Yeah, thank you. I
Thank
do
you.
join. There is one. I think the Think Gita class. They do one as well. So, but yeah, I haven't been in a while. So
Yeah, beautiful Mataji. It doesn't matter wherever it is. So as long as you're with devotees.
thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall move on to next devotee. Hare Krishna Nagshankar Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji. No questions. I think same as what Mataji asked, right? So I work a bit late in different time zones, hours, etc. So it's a bit difficult. I want to join the japa in the morning, but it's difficult. But I'm trying. I think I'll try, and like you said. So I thought it's the whole 1 hour commitment, which is the other reason why I was not able to. So I'll try and see if I can join at least for the first half an hour, 20 minutes or so, right? Half an hour, 5:30 to 6 is actually perfect. So yeah, I'll try my best. One other question I had, Prabhuji. So there is Diksha, right? Diksha that you can take, right? So
Yes.
how does one take Diksha? So because I've been consciously started to do the mantra many times through the day. Many times it's now happening unconsciously as well. So yeah, I was just wondering, how does one take Diksha, Prabhuji?
Okay, very beautiful question, Prabhuji. That is starting of eternal life. So first of all, there are 4 regulative principles. So first of all, before that, we come and join with the devotees and then keep hearing and understanding what they do. So that is the basic step. And then regularly participating in the devotees. And then if you have got devotees, home sanghas at temples, eat prasadam, and then gradually, that is the early steps. And later on, there will be regulative principles: no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. Those are the 4 regulative principles. Gradually, one by one, leave it, follow the principles, and then leaving all the bad habits, and then gradually associating with the devotees. Some devotees, they chant 1 round a day.
Yeah.
That is easy. And then if you are stable and consistent, we don't reduce anything at any point of time. And then when we are prepared to do the japa more, 2 rounds. Okay. And once we go to the second step, we don't get down. Gradually, again, when we are prepared, and then 4 rounds, and then gradually 8 rounds, 12 rounds, and then 16 rounds. Once we are staying at 16 rounds, that means we are ready for initiation. And if you maintain that one at least to 6 months, at least 6 months to 1 year, then we know that yes, we are prepared to take initiation, and we are prepared for any Guru Maharaj, and who can elevate ourselves to cross this material science, who can enlighten us, who will give the service, and who can give the Krishna to you. So that gurus, you need to again assess the gurus with your intelligence. You need to assess the gurus. Which guru would be the best suitable for you?
Understood. Okay, thank you, thank you, Prabhuji. I was just curious to know, really, but yeah, thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. May I add something?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Prabhuji, if you stay in the company of devotees, they will recommend you to a Maharaj, to a Guru. And then as you are going to kind of observe the Guru, similarly, the Guru is going to observe you for a year at least to know, and then the Guru will learn about you through his disciples. So in this way, and also you can get a mentor who will help you.
Yeah.
And in this way, then your progress will be faster.
Understood.
Thank you.
Understood, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Where do you live, Prabhuji? May I ask?
I'm in Harrow, Mataji.
Oh, you are not far from the manor and from devotees.
Yeah,
There are lots of devotees. Far. Yeah, that's good. That's good. You're not in a secluded place like myself on an island where there is no devotees, no temple.
no, Mataji. We're very close to the manor.
That's good. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, we shall move on to the next devotee, Nisha Mataji. Hare Krishna, Nisha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. No questions from my end. Was just listening and wondering, what the way Krishna used to live his life. I think even if we try to implement 1% of that in our lives, I think we will be much better person. So it's never too late to start. Like, for example, waking up in the Brahmurat and start chanting. Like, I have young kids, so you can hear them in the background. They won't go to bed until late night. So it's not easy for me to wake up, but I always try to, wake up and try to do some japa as much, maybe 15-20 minutes in the morning. But it's good to be part of the classes and try to, learn few things and try to start implementing slowly and eventually. So hopefully it will make us better person at the end.
Yes, beautiful reflection, Mataji. That is very nice.
Thank you.
Again, some devotees, the children are very young, it will be difficult. But still, somewhere or other, they will pop up into the devotees association like you do now at the moment. Okay, so likewise, they take a chance in the early morning as well, before the children wake up, and it is peaceful in the Brahma Muhurta, as other Matajis are mentioning.
Yeah.
Okay, that will enlighten. So even if you do one round, so in our japa sessions, I think one Mataji joins, and then she has committed to do one round, not doing 16, but every day she comes.
That's good. And,
and then she will stay for 10 to 15 minutes, and then as much as she can, and then she leaves.
Yes, definitely.
According to her capacity.
Yeah.
So this is 1 minute also. Neha vikramana sosti pratyavayu na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. So here, neha vikramana sosti, na sosti. There is no loss in this endeavor.
True.
Your 10 minutes, it is your spiritual asset.
Yes.
And sometimes people think that I will do it in the old age. In the old age, you would have less potency, less commitments, less grasping powers. But if you have put the seed in the early, then it will be so strong. Bhakti Lata Bhej in the early.
Yes, very true, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Anything else you wanted to share?
No, sorry, Mataji. I think he's asking you. Sir, Prabhuji, are you asking me or Indulekha Mataji?
You wanted to share? I'm asking you, Mataji.
No, Prabhuji, that's it from my end.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, we shall move on to next, Pavan Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Thank you so much, Indulekha Mataji. And she took us through Krishna's day-to-day life. So before this book, I never knew that Krishna lived a life like this and shown us an example, waking up in the morning, and praying to demigods and offering what is it called? Tarpanams. What I forgot the meaning. Is it prayers to forefathers? And in our daily life, like we in terms of praying to demigods, like how do we relate that? Is like we do this mala, and then how do we relate that to our daily life? Is it like we should also do prayers of demigods along with Krishna, or is it like mandatory, or how can we just relate that to our day-to-day life? That's it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
There are many people who they were before they were praying to the demigods, and then they join in the Krishna conscious movement, and then they don't know what to do. They keep praying to the demigods, and they are also trying to chant and to become a devotee, right? In this situation, I would not encourage you to throw away your demigods, deities, or their pictures. I would ask you to keep them, but you keep Krishna's picture or Krishna's deity on top. And then, if you want to pray to these demigods, you do, but you don't ask for any material benefit. You ask them to give you Krishna bhakti. And whatever you offer to Krishna first, then you can offer to them. You have to respect them. Krishna is respecting them. We cannot discard them. There are some people who they are doing only demigod seva. Those people also, if they haven't got this mindset to accept Krishna as a supreme, we should not be disturbing them in their seva. Because slowly, these demigods will be happy with their seva and will take them to their master, who is Krishna himself. So if you want to keep them, that's fine. But Krishna should be on top and priority should be Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. I hope I answered some of the question that you asked, and then I hope Amuk Prabhu can add on top of it.
Okay. It's very beautiful, Mataji, whatever you have said very nicely. And one more point here, Krishna is mentioning that he is showing yadhyadacharati shreshtaha tatta devetaro naraha sayat pramanam kurute lokaha tad anuvartate. And here he is setting an example for everyone to follow. This is what again in the previous chapter he has described. Let us go and show. Here when Narad Muni was visiting the Krishna's temples, he says, okay, I think my child. Krishna says to Narad Muni, after Narad Muni, he says, is that thing? Is the same chapter, Mataji? In the 69th chapter, he says that, my child, do not, it is 68th chapter, I think. Is that 68th chapter? Okay, he says to Narada Muni, what it says, or Narada, whatever you have seen, don't get bewildered. So initially, whenever Narada Muni was visiting all the homes of Krishna, he said, Krishna receives him nicely and addresses him and then worship him. And then likewise, Narada Muni visits so many palaces and Krishna receives him. But Narada Muni bit puzzled. And then later on, Krishna says, my dear Narada, do not bewilder. Don't, sorry, let me just find that one. Yes. See, he says, Krishna says, my dear son, it is my desire that you do not be bewildered by such demonstrations of my internal energy. So this is because here Krishna is say, I am therefore personally executing such religious principles in order to teach the whole world how to act. Okay. And actually here, when it comes to the demigods worship, Krishna says, Kamaistaistra Pradajnanaha Prapajyanti Anyadevataha Tam Tam Nimam Astaya Prakritya Nita Swaya. When we worship the demigods, one will be come under the jurisdiction of the nature and he will be conditioned. Nita Swaya, he will be conditioned. So that's why one has to worship Krishna. Here, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has nothing to do worshipping of all the demigods, but that's why Krishna is establishing this statement in order to teach the whole world how to act. And also here, one who becomes a Krishna devotee, he will also follow dharma, varnashrama dharma. By naturally he will follow. Because yasyastir bhaktir bhagvatya kinchana sarvaihi gunaihi tatra sarvas samasate suraha. Sarvaihi gunaihi tatra samasate suraha. A devotee of Krishna, he has got all qualities of demigods. So here you become my devotee, like Krishna says that one. By that one, when you become a Krishna devotee, you know the relationship between all the demigods and Krishna, who is supreme. And then when you are executing your day-to-day religious principles, you will not be entangled in this material world. You know who is Krishna and what to do, what not to do. That's why before we coming to Krishna consciousness, we used to worship the different demigods. At the time, we asked so many desires. I want this one. I want money. I want beautiful life. I want good job. I want good house. My children wanted to become nice and healthy. No more diseases. No more fightings. I wanted to be happy. So many things. But here, once you become a devotee, you don't ask all these things. This is Yatma Suprasidati. Savai Pumsam Parodharmo Yeto Bhaktir Adhokshaje Ahetuki Apratihata Yatma Suprasidati. This is called Parodharma. Whoever is rendering service to Krishna, that is called Parodharma. And then you know all your duties automatically. Here Ahetuki, without material motivation. Apratihata, that is without any interruption. You will live happy. That is happiest life. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, beautifully explained, and Hare Krishna Mataji as well. Thank you so much. I like the statement which you mentioned, like pray demigod, but ask for Krishna's bhakti and Krishna's love. That yeah, I got that. It's really, really very beautiful line.
Prabhuji,
And
you can read this paragraph, Prabhuji, boldly.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, replied to Narada as follows. My dear Narada, O sage among the demigods, you know that I am the supreme instructor and perfect follower of all religious principles, as well as the supreme enforcer of such principles. I am therefore personally executing such religious principles in order to teach the whole world how to act. My dear son, it is my desire that you not be bewildered by such demonstrations of my internal energy.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
very good answer, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And one more thing, Mataji, in the Krishna book, it mentioned like Lord Krishna used to donate 13,084 cows. So is there any significance for that number, or is it just like a random or any
I don't
significance?
know, Prabhuji. I don't know, Prabhuji.
Right.
Maybe Amok Prabhu can help with this.
Like
But
108. Right. Yeah.
but you know, when we say that Lord Ram was ordered to spend 14 years in the forest, at that time it was a custom that if somebody stays out of the country for 14 years, they cannot come back. That was KK's thought, that 14 years, okay, he will be out, and then after 14 years, he doesn't get the right to come back. Similarly, for the Pandava, 12 years vanvas was the same, 13 years. If you spend without anybody notice you, you are not coming back. So, right. So that was at that time, but now I don't know about this number. I don't know anything. Sorry, Prabhuji.
No problem. Is 14 years not coming back means not coming back to material
You are
world?
not, yeah, no, Lord Ram, when he was sent to the forest, once he stayed out of Ayodhya for 14 years, right? After that, if he stayed longer, those time people were not allowed to come back to their country of origin, because that was a law. Suppose you live in UK and you stay out of the country for like maybe 10 years. When you come back, there may be changes, there may be some rules applied, and it was like that. For this number, I don't know, Prabhuji.
Okay, no problem, Mataji. So just curious. That was just curious.
That's nice. That shows how much you are following, right? You pick up on little things, and that's good.
No problem. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, we shall move on to next devotee, Rajya Lakshmi Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, are available, Mataji?
Krishna Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session, Indulekha Mataji. It is so brilliant. Yeah, but I joined a bit late, so I missed it. I have one question, Mataji, right? Okay, so I think when you are explaining, you mentioned, right? Okay, the soul leaves the body, which is no more useful, and goes to the new body. But at times, Mataji, all these kind of incidents happens, okay, as a disaster to the families, because I have seen one of my close friend, family who are going through this kind of scenario. So, how those kind of things can be avoided, Mataji? Any suggestion? I don't know whether it is the right question or not, but
I haven't got your question properly, Mataji. So what do you want to know?
Sometimes all of a sudden people sudden demise happens in the families, isn't it, Mataji? Because you mentioned, okay, the soul leaves the body and goes to the new body. The soul never dies. But how come the soul does not fulfill all the responsibilities if the family got a very, because small children and all, so then that is sometimes raises a big question.
Yes, it is a big question, and I would request all participants to give their feedback on this, because the soul is independent. The body is a vehicle. It's like a machine that the soul is using to perform, to survive, because the soul need a body to live. That's why it's picking a body. Depending on our karma, we got our soul karma, we get a body. Now, the soul, once the term has come, the time is over, it has to move to another body. It cannot stay in the same body. Responsibility or not responsibility, when the time has come, last breath, you can give millions of dollars, you will get not another breath. That is our quota that Krishna has written for us. That's it. So I don't know if I've answered your question. Prabhuji may add to it also, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji, you have said nicely, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. But actually, whatever you said, okay, it is good. But because if we see a family, okay, losing the main breadwinner in the family with the small children, sometimes, okay, and also it is a kind of family completely collapsing, isn't it, Mataji?
But Mataji, one thing we should know, that it is the karma of those children to lose one of their parents at the early age. It is their karma. They were brought together for this purpose. They had to suffer this loss. So Prabhuji, want to add something? Go ahead, Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So, thank you, Mataji, for kindly sharing this question. So actually here, bodies are temporary, and also the depth with the other people. So for example, if you have taken someone else's property, and I have got those things, and if I still have got some debts, and we take a body, I appear as either father or mother or something like that, as soon as your debt is completed, you don't have any responsibility.
Because everyone comes
but
in
however,
this world.
that is a starting point. Yes, there are different kinds of karmas, prarabdha karma, sanchita karma, And those things build up. Some are in the seed level, some are in the fructifying, some are in the middle of it. So likewise, here we are not related to any of these things. This is yadhruvani dehasya adhruvani dehasya sanubandhas dhurmatihi dhruvani manyate mohad gurha kshetra vasunicha. And this is adhruva. Yad adhruvani dehasya sanubandhasya dhurmatihi. He thinks that this is, even the body is perishable, temporary. A dhurmati, whose mind is not proper state. Dhruvani manyate, he thinks that it is permanent. It is my duty to raise these children. It is not we are doing. This is karmana dhaivanetrena jantuh dehu upavattaye striyaha pravishtabadharam pumsaharetah kanashriyaha. It is by under the divine supervision, not we think that if we think that we are doing it, this is ahankar vimudatma kattaham iti manyate प्रकृतेः कर्माणि गुणैः कर्माणि सर्वशः ahankara vimudatma kattaham iti manyate. The nature is working on the bodies and with the three material modes of nature. But we think that ahankara vimudatma kattaham iti manyate. I am doing, I am mother, I am earning, I am feeding the children, and my husband is earning so much of money. I am giving the shelter, so many things we feel. But it is not we doing. This is Prakritehi karmani. Nature is doing all those things. And the children we think that we are raising, it is our, because somewhere or other, it is also our duty. And why we have begotten children? It is, first of all, it is our desire. And similarly, the souls, they will take the shelter of the pumsaharetaha kanashriyaha and striyaha pravishta udharam, entering into the, taking shelter of semen of your father, entering the womb of your mother. It is karmana dhaiva netrena. According to the desires of the living entity, they will take the father and mother and enter into, and they will be raised by those parents. And it is given by in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 30th chapter. Kapil Bhagavan describes 31 chapters. 32. So those chapters very beautifully how the living entity takes birth here in this particular circumstances. And then once he takes birth, and parents, they don't understand the children's, when he was a baby, he was crying for something, the parents, they do something else. Likewise, the child does not like what parents are doing for so many years. Likewise, he wants, without liking them, he raised by four. That one, it was Kapil Bhagavan describes. I think for until he gets into the adult age, many restrictions. He does not like it, but he has to follow. In children, when he was getting some scratch and he was crying, but he could not even scratch himself. So this is what here it is saying. A child instruct movements of the living entities. This is here it is described here. Karmana dhaivanetrena jantuhu dehu upattaye sriyaha pravishtabadharam pumsahretah kanashrayaha. And kandoyene, even it is mentioned here. Kandoyaha, it is the, like a scratching. So I think there are a few things about this one. Kandoya. Markandeya Purana. And then further here it is says, Nesha kandoyene anghanam. And here scratching, even though he feels scratch, he cannot lay down on a full bed infested with sweat and germs. Poor child is incapable of scratching his body to get relief from his itching sensation, to say nothing of sitting up, standing, or even moon. He is crying for one thing, but his parents understand different things. Likewise, the child is raised under the parents who does not understand his needs. Of course, parents may understand as much as they can. So here, likewise, he cries all the time. Different kinds of distresses. So attains boyhood. In boyhood also suffers pain over desires to get things can never achieve. And thus, due to ignorance, he becomes angry and sorry. That way, child passes through his childhood. And then further, growth of the body. Living in order to vanquish his soul, increases his false prestige and anger, thereby creates enmity towards similar lusty people. So, with the growth of the body. Likewise, he will be passed through because he has accumulated so many sinful activities past so many lifetimes. यस्यावतार गुणकर्म विडम्बनानि नामानि येषु विगमे अविवसा गृह्णन्ति तेनैक जन्म शमलं सहसैव हित्वा संव्यान्त्यपावृतामृतं तमजं प्रपद्ये. Here, teneka janma shamalam sahasaiva hitva. So many lifetimes. If we have accumulated that many sins, and one who takes the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the names of the Lord, and all of their sinful activities, the pile of sinful activities will be diminished. That is the only part. Of course, just it is one indication. Throughout Bhagavatam, it describes the same thing. Bhagavad Gita, same thing. Many other examples. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, and thank you so much, Mataji. Yeah, I know it is a very sensitive topic, but yeah, very hard also. But yeah, but thanks for providing all your inputs, Mataji and
But
Prabhuji.
Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, this is not the time to explain all these to the greed family. So you
Correct,
have to
correct.
wait when they have calmed down, and when they can take it from you, then slowly you can explain to them. Now you cannot do that. You explain
Correct,
later.
Mataji.
Yes?
Correct,
Yes.
Mataji.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you, Mataji.
sensitive.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I think that was really good. Some you kind of know some of this, but you forget as the days go, and then it's like you are not. It was very powerful, which says you are not the person who is taking care of it. You are just a mode through which they're being taken care. Now, if tomorrow that person is not there, there will be a different mode if that particular child or they deserve that part, right? If not, they will have to go through that particular karma before they'll be deserved. Even which way, all of them are part of Krishna eventually anyway, right? That's what it is, right, Prabhuji, that you mentioned. That's very, very useful. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, we got Gauringi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Gauringi Mataji. Then Pranam. Thank you for kindly joining. You wanted to share anything, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. No, Prabhuji, I didn't hear anything. Then, Mataji, I am late join. Sorry about that. Next time I will come soon. Mataji, sorry. Thank you, Mataji, for giving class.
It's okay.
I didn't know you
listen.
giving class. I think Mataji Radhashivika Mataji there.
Prabhuji didn't put my name there. That's why nobody. Never mind. You can listen to the recording. Prabhuji always put the recording, so you can listen to the recording.
Yes, Mataji. Okay, Mataji. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Induleka Mataji, you wanted to share anything, Mataji, or we shall move to the Narasimha prayers?
Yeah, please, you move to Narasimha prayer. I think Hema Mataji is going to do it if she's still there.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I can do that.
You want someone to accompany along with you, Mataji?
I have it, but yeah, it'd be good for everyone to read as well.
Induleka Mataji, you wanted to choose anyone?
Who is there? Who else?
Oh no, I
Mataji?
can sing it.
No, I mean, do you want somebody to accompany you, to repeat after you?
The English, yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Not the English. When you are singing the Narasimha Pranam, somebody will repeat after you.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, Drishti, can you do that, or you are not able to?
Yes, that's fine, Mataji.
Thank you, both of you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya
Praladayayine
Praladayine
Hiranyakashipu Vakshala
Hiranyakashipu
Tanakanakalayayine.
Shilatanka
Oh,
nakalai.
Aye. Ito Narsimho. Oh, sorry. Do you want to do the English or should I?
No, you go ahead. Ito
Okay.
Narasimha.
I'll do the English afterwards once I finish it.
Yes.
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimho
Yato Yamitato Narsimha
Yato Yami Tato Narasimha
Bahir Narsimho Bahir Narsimho Hridaya Narsimho
Bahir Narasimho Hridaye Narasimho
Narasimha Adim Sharanam Prapate
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapadye
Tava Karakamalavare Nakam Abhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare Jaya Jagadish Hare
Thank you.
Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya
Narasimhadev,
Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Narasimhadev, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
Jaya
Jaya
Prahlad
Prahlad
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Prabhupada, Prabhupada,
Prabhupada,
Jaya
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 Prabhupada.
Prabhupada,
Nitai Gaura
Nitai
Hari
Gaura Hari
Bol, Hari
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
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 Hari
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 Bol,
Bol,
Nitai
Jai
Bol,
Gaura Hari
Gauranga,
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Bol.
Shri Narasimha Bhagavan ki,
Jai,
Jai,
Bhaktaran Maharaj ki,
Jai,
Jai,
Srila Prabhupada ki,
Jai,
Jai,
Sri Guru Maharaj ki,
Jai.
Jai,
Nitai Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Thank you both Mataji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So beautiful. Thank you,
So
Mataji.
thank you. We will
Tell me.
end here today if everybody is happy. And thank you for attending. Thank you for participating and for reading. I hope I have made justice to these few chapters, not chapters, paragraphs. And yes, I would like to again come back and share a little bit. And then I hope I get more time to prepare this time. And I hope that everyone take turn to come and explain a little bit in this one or in the Chitanjanamrit also, where we get Krishna's pastime. It will be nice to hear everyone's contribution. Thank you so much. So we will end.
Thank you,
Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa
Tarubhyascha
sindhubhaiva cha
kripa sindhu
patitanam
Patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
vaishnavebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
namo
Namo Namaha.
namaha.
Hari
Anand
Haribol
Koti
Bol, Hari
Vaishnav
Bol
Vrinda ki
ki
jai,
jai,
Jai.
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada
ki
The key,
ki
jai.
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 Jai
Can we all
All glories to
all the
assembled
devotees?
devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
May do three
Hare
Hari Bol Kindleka Mataji, everyone.
Hare
Hari
Bol.
Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Haribol.
Thank you.
Thank
Hare
you so
Krishna.
much.
Hari Bol,
Hare
Hari Bol
Krishna.
to Mataji.
Thank you.
Okay, we shall conclude.
Have a good Krishna conscious night.
Thank
Devotee.
you. All of you have
Everyone,
Krishna
welcome
conscious
to
night.
Krishna conscious night.
For me,
Krishna
still there.
conscious life also. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you,
Thank you
Mataji.
so much. Yeah,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much, everyone. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna.